organization was formed. It was in Chicago. It was called the Human Rights Organization. But it wasn't until 40 years later, in 1969, that we had the Stonewall riots. And I think that's important because it wasn't 40 years later before we had Stonewall riots. And the next milestone in the legal rights of human and gay rights wasn't until 1973, and that was when the American Psychiatric Association eliminated homosexuality from being a mental disorder. But I think the important thing about that milestone is that it wasn't until Stonewall came about. Stonewall is what brought the small little groups out there and integrated them into a cohesive group. That's all of us, you and I together, working together for a common goal. It was 40 years, from 1924 till 1969, more than 40 years, and we started seeing some action happening. We started seeing some results. We started seeing the American Psychiatric Association eliminating mental health from its disease and disorders. In 1982, Wisconsin became the first state to outlaw discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. In 1996, we saw the Romero versus Evans case. The Supreme Court in that case said that in Colorado, these gay rights weren't special rights. They were human rights. They were about the dignity of a person to be in intimate situations. And later on, in 2000, Vermont became recognized civil unions for the first time. This, ladies and gentlemen, is because groups started working together. Stonewall is about people working together. It's not about individual groups, little people working out in little towns. It's about people working together. In 2003, the Lawrence versus Texas case said sodomy is not against the law. Sodomy! In 2003, Massachusetts rules that homosexuals have the right to have the dignity and the respect and the equality of each other. 2005, civil unions is legalized by Vermont. In 2007, the House of Representatives approves a gay rights protection. The federal constitution says that it has a right. We didn't. I didn't. But in 2008, California Supreme Court okays gay marriage. Arrest them. And then we have Prop 8, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm here for is just to remind you that we need to come together today. We need to come together as a national organization. We need to fight for the rights of our community and other people for basic human rights. It's the dignity of a person to act the way that they have the right to act. They were born that way. And so I want to say that internationally, people have the right to get married. Countries like Denmark, Belgium, Spain, Canada, and the Netherlands, people have the rights to get married. We don't have that right yet in America. We need to come together. We need to fight for the right to get married. We need to fight together. We need to come together. Like Stonewall reminds us today, this is about us coming together. It's not people in Fresno. It's not people in other counties or cities coming together. It's about us coming together as a country, as a world, fighting for the rights that we all deserve. Thank you.
As president of Stonewall following Jay Hubble, one of the things that I've tried to do is to try to provide outreach to all segments of the GLBT community in Fresno and the surrounding area, and to strive for equal rights throughout the community and area through the active participation of the Democratic Party. And one of the ways that we do that is through community involvement. And the only way that we can do that is by trying to encourage as many people possible to join Fresno Stonewall Democrats and to become active in local political activities. Not only do we have to be concerned about the same-sex marriage issues, but we also have to be concerned about local acts of discrimination that occur within city government. We are not actively recognized by local city leaders and by the community at large. So this is one of the areas where Fresno Stonewall Democrats continues to actively try to promote our rights locally. Again, I encourage all people to become involved in the club and to get involved in the ongoing struggle for equal rights that still exists. It's something that we still cannot forget. Thank you.
All right, Chuck, thank you very much.